to this channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everything the legend and for entertainment.
So I hope you can hear me okay. Everything here is alleged and for entertainment only. This is another energy check-in. All right. It's some things that I did not mention on my last read about Chrisean Rock, and everything here is the Fair Act use is in effect. Okay. I'm gonna put it in the description box. Nothing is real. Everything is a legend and for entertainment purposes only. We read energies. Okay, so let's read the room. On Saturday, look at the date. What I do is I text myself so that I can remember the downloads that I get about different people. This is from Saturday, July the 5th at 9:02 p.m. As you see, I already did a read about Tia, but then after I did that read, I got some more downloads about Rock. As you can see the date, okay? You see it? And the time is 9:06 because that's when I screenshot this a couple hours ago before I made dinner. So yeah, it came to me, which is why the date is, as you can see, the 5th of July, that the spirit and Krishan Rock's karma is going to work against her. It's working against her. And it's what's going to happen is there was going to be another name brand person that's even more name brand and in the spotlight than Tia Kemp. And it's going to come out, this person is going to come out and speak out boldly in reference to Krishan Rock. Now, since the date on here, July the 5th, Kaya came out and started speaking against Krishan Rock. And I saw that this person was just really itching to just really let loose on her and how they feel in the media and the public. So I believe that this is not necessarily Kaya, but Kaya did come out after I got the download on July the 5th. So this is proof I wanted to show you guys because I text myself. That's why I screenshot my number right here. I text myself the downloads that I get about people, and then I go and I verify with the cards. So for everyone that's coming in, you can see that on July the 5th, I did text myself. I did get a download that some other name branded person, even more in the spotlight than Kia, was going to come out. I'm sorry, even more in the spotlight than Tia. Okay, Tia Kemp was going to come out and start speaking out, and they already are itching to speak out against Krishan Rock. The date is July the 5th. I had that download. And then since this happened, Kia, y'all know my neck, my back, and whatever the girl be saying, Kia started speaking out against Krishan Rock. So I don't know if this was about Kia that came out not too long ago, so many days ago, or if this was about some other name branded person that's even more in the spotlight than Tia. Okay. But I also had a couple more downloads. So I'm just going to read the room as to the downloads that I received. And let me tell you, it gets pretty heavy. And I don't want to say scary. And everything here is a legend and for entertainment purpose only. But I think y'all better come in this room and hear this here. Okay. Because let me tell you. Yeah. So, yeah. So the spirit and it's just a spiritual thing, It's like you reap what you sow, There is a law of sowing and reaping that cannot be undone. It is what it is. So there's just some karma that's going to be working against Krishan Rock, like I told y'all on the last read. And not only is a more name branded person with a bit more popularity and notoriety, or even more in the spotlight than Tia Kemp is going to come out and speak against Deshaun Rock, but they are already, with itchy, readiness. I would say like they itching to just speak out. Okay, is how the download came to me. I also sense that there is a silent money maker that is behind Krishan Rock that is backing her. Okay, and they back her with projects to have her portraying these images now. And I love everybody now, but I gotta be honest. Spirit told me that this is a download now. This is not me. This is Spirit. So if you have a problem with it, please take it up with Spirit. But I was told now that it is a career gimmick, it is a fad, it is like a shift to see what will work for Krishan Rock. Everything about the Lord that she portrays, it is more so to make money. It is not, I'm not going to say she don't love the Lord, but I see them doing things just to see if it'll work. I see them trying different things as gimmicks or fads or shifts to see what will work. Okay. And that I'm not going to add to that and I'm not going to take away because that's how it was given to me. Okay. And energy can shift, energy can change, but at the time that I got this download, that is just what I saw. Then I heard, y'all, this is what I heard. I heard this, and this is really, really, you can come in, it's fine. This is really, they can't see nothing. This is really concerning. I heard, will you keep on sacrificing until you, not right now, become the sacrifice? I heard, will you keep on sacrificing until you become the sacrifice? So there is a possibility of this energy around Krishan Rock that she could wind up and become. And I'm gonna leave it like that. Y'all fill in the blank. So, my heart goes out for her, even though she's not perfect. She's definitely doing some things, and I'm gonna leave it like that, okay? But I'm sensing that this can be the one that she least expects. All right. I heard sleeping with the enemy. And then I heard it could be rock or it could be blue or it could be the both of them. They could try to do one another in. Okay. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just reading the room. Energy is always subject to change and shift, and prophecy is conditional. But that is what I was told. Okay. I also heard you keep building your house with thorns and thistles and straw, and it keeps on breaking down. And sometimes I sense that she feels lost and like a fool because it's like people are connected to her many times for personal gain and ill intent. And a lot of times, basically, they just use her as a connection for a spot. All right. And it's very sad. I also saw fake news and trapped energy of entrapment. Um, and that's that stuck energy, I believe, of the people that are around her who are trapped for contractual and or money-making purposes, like something attached to Zeus contracts. We covered that in the last read, so y'all already know that. So maybe Blueface and maybe even his family. I don't know. Then y'all remember that song back in the 70s or was it the 80s? I don't know. I'm not sure. But what people do for money. Matter of fact, I met Clark J, who wrote that song. He was one of the writers and produced it. He also used to work with Angie Stone. I met him. I recorded with him, as a matter of fact. But y'all remember that song, What People Do for Money? They used to play it like every day. Like I was told, the radio used to play that song all day long. Um, but I feel, well, I was told that his family, they're struggling to cooperate with Rock for money purposes, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only. Because probably this contract that she just received and because they probably knew it was coming. So some of the putting up with her that they kind of have to do to a degree, okay? It just benefits more than just her, and I'm gonna leave it like that, okay? So the energy is that yes, they're going to try to play her game because of the position. And meanwhile, they really do not want to support a lie. And I feel like that is pertaining to the relationship lie and the paternity lie. Okay. And then, y'all, I really don't like this, but I did hear. And listen, just because I hear stuff and I feel stuff does not mean that it's going to be the outcome. It's only an energy, okay? But I did hear, I will let him live a little while longer. And I feel like that is Rock's energy allegedly regarding Junior. I feel like it is undecided upon. It's not no, I feel like I was literally on that, okay? I heard, and this is a legend, and for entertainment purposes only, that I will let him live a little while longer, okay? That there is undecided upon. I'm sorry, but I saw it, okay? I also heard, oh yeah. So this is one thing that y'all got to understand, and this is for the people that if you see and you hear people, a lot of times we try to pull faith and prosperity into Christianity. Okay, one thing we got to realize, and this is for Krishan Rock supporters, and I'm not really talking to them, but I'm talking about the situation for those of you um, from the outside looking in. What people don't realize is that God reigns on the just as well as the unjust. What they fail to realize is there's a lot of imperfect people with status, with riches, and some are with and some are without. And we have to start, I mean, she's gonna be blessed regardless. And what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? And I'm not Christian, but I'm letting you know that a lot of Krishan Rock's fans, oh, she gonna continue to get bread and she gonna be, and you can have all that, honey. And if you really believe in what you say you believe in, you will know that it is just you can have all that and you can still wind up losing your very own soul. Okay. If you, since she say she Christian, then I'm just saying, like, we can't keep looking at that like contracts and money and this and that. Like, that's just it, because matter of fact, didn't the word say that it was hard for a rich man to even enter in the kingdom of God? Okay. Yeah, I thought so. But anyway, so we're going to move on from that because I ain't come here to preach. So Zeus's feelings towards Rock, they are trying to figure out, is she an asset or is she a liability? Okay, that is the question for the network. And I think that it's a big question mark on that right now, but it's something that is very concerning to them depending on how things go. But they're going to ride it out with her for now. And I really do hope that she gets it together. Um, I did see a big expose of something that is bound to come out. I have this written down here, so it was a definite download that something that's going to halt her or that could possibly halt her career or mess up her career. Okay, I saw a big wrong turn. I saw a winding road that's going to end or going to halt. Her career needs a revamp. Spirit is strongly urging her to stop, to shift her. Listen to this. Look at this card. We have this card about Pathfinder. She really needs a redirection. She really needs a metamorphosis. Okay. Do you see this metamorphosis mirrored? She needs a complete transformation. Do you see that? Transform and rise. All right. Her career needs a revamp before something catastrophic or devastating happens, but it will have to start with her because her career is centered around her being a queen of chaos, is how it was given to me. Okay. She needs rebranding as well as therapy. That ish may be working now, y'all, but I don't see it working long term. She needs therapy. She needs rebranding. Look at this healing card. She needs rebranding. Look at this recharge. Breathe, let go, clear your mind. She needs a transformation. She needs a metamorphosis because something's going to come to a screeching halt. It could definitely. And her career needs a revamp before something catastrophic or devastating happens. Okay. Okay. She needs more wise solutions. But unfortunately, she's really too big for her britches, and therefore a lesson is inevitable. There is a lesson that is bound to be taught. Okay, I heard energy shift in her career. So her guides, her spirit guides, her angels, her ancestors, even the ones that are passed on, are really hoping and wishing for her to make some changes. She needs to be rebranded. She needs some humbling, and pride comes before a fall. Okay. And so, just like fast money is not always good money. Okay. I repeat, fast money is not always good money. All right. All right. Energy of chaos that she's working with is bound to fail. I heard pitfall. I heard pride comes before a fall. Rock needs an entire shift, rebranding according to her higher self, not her lower self, that chaotic energy, because that is going to lead to some type of destruction. Humility is needed and rebranding. Okay, rebrand. I have that down here like three different times before destruction. I heard rebrand before destruction. Some things she is going to be able, she could, if she wanted to, turn some things around. But even in that, there's some karma that's still necessary. It is inevitable. Okay. I heard that the route that she's on is not going to work forever. So this is why she really needs a redirection. Okay. Toxicity and chaos can spiral out of control. Bad habits and or addictions can produce imbalances and losses that are irrevocable. Okay, irrevocable. Okay, meaning that it's inevitable. All right, missed opportunity for a more positive path. There is a high road and there is a low road, and the choice is hers, or it's an option. Okay, and missed options. Okay, consequences, lack of peace and worryation. So that's why the where is that worryation tension? There it is. Stress. So she's stressed out about some things, okay? A tarnished dream, burdened knowing what people latch on for personal gain is not real love. So I guess that's letting us know that she really is burdened knowing that people do latch on to her for personal gain and not real love. And it probably has something to do with Blueface as well. Then I also saw her fans supporting her. The ones that are supporting her, even the ones that are doing a bunch of clap back at people that have their own opinion about her. They always run this people channel challenging them who feel a certain kind of way and who speak out about the truth about her and Junior. And they like to argue and everything, but there's something upcoming that's going to be very embarrassing to them. There's something upcoming that they're going to find out that, or either something that she does and it's going to leave her fans speechless. Okay. There was no clapback in a vision that I had, or trolling anybody, or any, people that speak the truth against Chrisean Rock. It was basically like I saw these supporters of her and they basically couldn't do anything but shut the hell up and walk away because something is coming, y'all. I don't know what it is, but they're just going to be speechless. There is not going to be anything for them to say other than I don't want no parts of that anymore. So that is what I saw. And if this bears witness with any one of you have any type of, one thing I do believe in us having our own mind. So even if you don't agree, that's fine. But this is what Spirit gave to me. And I hope she gets it together. I actually have mad love for that girl. I used to be a diehard fan, so I'm not that anymore, but I still have love for her. I hate to see anybody have a fall, okay? But pride comes before a fall. And so I just wanted to check in. Energy can change, anybody can, turn their life around. But I do wish her the best and her child the best. I definitely don't want to be speaking anything negative against Junior. And we have to realize that just because people have their own opinions about Junior's situation doesn't mean that they hate the baby or are bashing the baby, because I'm sure that people would like for him to get the help that he needs. Not that he is or isn't getting it, because I'm not there in her house to know that. Like me, I speak what I know, and that what I don't know, I'll let you know that Spirit said it and not me. So, if anybody wants to get mad at Spirit, because these are the downloads that were given to me, and they are all subject to change because prophecy is conditional. It is a choice. We have a high road that we can go in, and we have a low road, and that's to go for me, you, and anybody else from the pulpit to the back door. And I love you all. I want to do another read on somebody, so I'm gonna be coming with something different. But for those of you who are just coming, you can rewind this video to the proof of July the 5th, Saturday, July the 5th, y'all. We see that date. So the spirit and your karma is going to work and another name branded person even more in the spotlight. So even with more notoriety than Tia Kemp was going to come out and start speaking out, and they already are itching to speak out against Krishan Rock. That was about Krishan Rock. And that was July the 5th. And I think that Tia came out with no, no, no. What am I saying? Kia. I keep getting them girls mixed up. Kia with my neck, my back, and all that. Yeah. She started with Krishan after this date of when it was given to me. The spirit gave it to me. So I don't know. Unless this is about somebody else, not Tia or Kia. Maybe this is about somebody else. So I'm not sure. But just let me know what y'all are getting. And I love y'all. Wish y'all the best. And we are not here to bash anyone. Prayers up for Kashawn Rock and her baby. I've heard of stories with people that have issues that God turned it all the way around. So, I still believe in healing. And I believe that people have gifts. And, I believe in laying hands on the sick, and that is the possibility that they can recover. I know I have when I was in the church, I know that I have prayed for people, and I've had people come and tell me that I prayed for them and they went back to the doctor and they didn't have cancer no more. So God is a healer. He can take and cause, you know, uh, the dumb to talk and the lame to walk. So we just really, pray blessings and not cursings on her. Just because we speak the truth don't mean that, we wish evil on somebody over here on this channel, because I'm not about that. So I love you all. And this is not my business, but this is just an energy check-in, and all energies are subject to change as prophecy is conditional. I love y'all. Be blessed. And I am gonna come with something different. I know some of y'all, this probably boring y'all. I know y'all probably tired of Chrisean Rock, but I just basically had these notes in my phone and I've been going through something. So I happened to look at my phone and say, oh my God, here go the notes right here. So it was some things that were left off in the last read, and I wanted to bring them forth. And again, I apologize again. I'm gonna bring some new material. I do have some stuff. Um, oh, what else I saw? So I saw a big semi truck, and it was on like a major highway. I don't know where at, but it was like an accident. And the truck was turned catacorn and was blocking the road, or it turned sideways. So it wasn't like going straight like it should be while driving. But so basically something happened. I saw also awful weather coming. So there's been devastation and there's been some semi truck activity. There were several accidents with that since I saw that. So and then months ago, I saw like open fire, gun shootings. I didn't tell nobody but my fiance. And then, of course, that happened. So I really need to start bringing stuff to y'all when I get it. But sometimes I go through things and I'm not able to get to you all. So I'm gonna start just like, if I'm going through something, I don't want to say what it is, but if I'm going through something, I'll just put it here in my text so that at least when I come back, y'all can check and see the date. Okay, the timestamp. All right. So y'all be blessed, and I'm sure that there's some gifted people out there. So if this bears witness, or even if you disagree, we can disagree in love. If you have any comments, drop them there. I love my day ones, twos, threes, fours, and fives. And y'all have a blessed rest of your week. I hope to see y'all in a couple of days with another read. Hopefully, it'll be on somebody else other than Krishan Rock. I don't know why I just pick her up very heavily within the last few years. All right. I love y'all. Be blessed. Have a blessed night. How y'all doing out there? I just really feel like I've been neglecting y'all, but listen, I've been going through some things. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Have a good night. Bye.